Welcome to section 11.8. Today what we are doing is translating figures. When we translate, we are translating them on a coordinate plane. We're just moving them from one place to another. There's no rotation. The shape shouldn't be getting bigger or smaller. It's exactly the same shape, just moved to a different spot. Just sliding it over. Okay? So we're sliding a figure without turning it. Okay, it's not going to change the shape or the size of the shape. It should look exactly the same, just in a different spot. Okay, so we're talking about it on a coordinate plane. So looking at this picture, I have a quadrilateral, has 4 sides, and we're going to translate the figure 6 units left. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take each point separately, and we're going to move it over 6 units to the left. So looking at A, I'm just going to count over 6 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to replot my point and put an A above it. It's called A prime. We put a little apostrophe, and you'll see that it's written down here as well. Now I'm going to go to D next, and I'm going to go over 6 to the left with D as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, point D. Put a little apostrophe on that. That means D prime. Now I'm going to go to B, count over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put B prime on that one. And then take C and move it over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this would be C prime. I'm going to connect my new dots here. And this shape, when I connect the dots, should look exactly the same as the original shape. And in this case it does. The size did not change. Once again, I just moved it over, and in this case 6 units to the left. Okay, we're just moving it. You move each point separately. Okay, now I'm going to translate triangle XYZ 2 units to the right and 4 units down. So I'm going to move each one. Looking at X, I'm going to go 2 to the right, 1 and 2, and then move it 4 units down. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is now X prime. Now I'm going to go to Y, 2 units to the right, 1, 2, 4 units down, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that is Y prime. Didn't mean to draw that, it was an accident. And then I have Z, 2 units to the right, 1 and 2, 4 units down, 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is Z prime. Okay, so I am going to once again connect my dots. It should still look like a triangle. It should still be the same size. This time I've just moved it 2 units to the right and then 4 units down. Okay, it says, what's the relationship between the 2 sets of coordinates? Now, if you look at the coordinates for X, originally it's 1, 2, negative 2, up 1, 2, 3, and 4, positive 4. Okay, when I re-look at them, X becomes 0, 0. That's what it's changed to. Okay, now I want you to notice this. It's 2 units to the right. When I move 2 units to the right, I'm going in the positive direction 2. Well, what's negative 2 plus 2 equal? It equals 0. That's my new X coordinate. When I go 4 units down, that means a negative 4. Oops. And this is a positive 2 here. So it's like taking 4 minus 4, which once again is 0. That's my new Y coordinate. Let's go ahead and look at Y as well so you can see how this works again. This is a positive 2 and a positive 2 for the Y coordinate. For Y prime, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, positive 4, and negative 2. So now I replace these here with my X and Y coordinates from the original Y. This is a 2 and a 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. Well, that's my new X coordinate. 2 minus 4, add the opposite here, is negative 2. That's my new Y coordinate. So what you can also do is whenever you move right or left, you can add or subtract the number to the x coordinate. When you go up or down, you can add or subtract from the y coordinates. That's another way to give you the new coordinates of the problem. So looking at this next problem, it says a decorative candle on a table has vertices R, S, and T. Find the vertices of the candle after each translation. So I'm going to go ahead and write out my original R, which is -5, -4. And I want to find my R prime. Well, I find R prime by taking 3 units to the right. Now, when I move to the right, it is like adding 3 to the x value. This is my x. So -5 plus 3 equals -2. Okay, so my R coordinates will be -2, 4. My 4 is not going to change. I do nothing. I don't go up or down. So that's my R prime. Okay, my S was -1, -2. So my S prime involves me taking my x, which is -1, and adding 3 to that, which is a +2. Okay, so my new coordinate would be 2, and my y doesn't change, -2. Okay, and the last one, t is 1, -5. So my t prime, once again, I'm only working with the x here because it's talking about to the right, becomes 1 plus 3, which is 4. So my new coordinate would be 4, and once again, the y stays the same, -5. Okay? Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing with B. I'm going to go ahead and write all these out so I don't forget them. S here and T. And this time, and move this down here. This time I'm going 5 units to the left, which means I'm subtracting 5, so it's going to be x minus 5, and 3 units down. So I'm going to take the y and I'm going to subtract 3 from that. Okay, so my R prime for the x, I'm going to do -5 minus 5. I'm going to add the opposite, which is -10. For my y, I'm going to take my y value, which is 4, minus 3, which equals 1. So my ordered pair becomes -10, +1. For my s prime, I'm going to take my x value, which is -1, and subtract 5 from that. Remember, when you subtract 5, you add the opposite. So I get -6. Now I'm going to take my y value, which is -2, and I'm going to subtract 3 from that. I'm going to add the opposite, which is -5. So my new s, my s prime, becomes -6, -5. And the last one, t. T prime would take my x, which is 1, and subtract 5 from it. Once again, I'm going to get rid of this. Add the opposite. 1 plus -5 equals -4. Now I'm going to take my y value, which is -5, and subtract 3 from it. Add the opposite, and I get -8. Okay, so my new ordered pair would be -4, comma, -8. Okay, so once again, when I go to the left or to the right, it affects the x value here. When I go up or down, it affects the y. Okay, and then you're just thinking about what you would do on a coordinate plane. When I go up, I add. When I go down, I subtract. When I go to the right, I add. When I go to the left, I subtract. Okay, and you're going to do it to those x and y values. Okay, if you have any questions, make sure you ask Mr. Kohlinger or I tomorrow as you begin to work on your worksheet. As always, thank you for watching.